exactly where he comes from. Ladies and gentlemen, truly someone who is going to bring about the humor dosage that's required for this evening to make it very special for Vishwanath sir. May I request all of you to kindly put your hands together and welcome our stand-up comedian this evening, Rajshekhar.
Namaste. Audible? Now audible? Now it must be audible. Thank you, God bless you. So namaste everyone. How are you? So first of all, can we have a round of applause for Vishwanath sir? Happy retired life, sir. It reminded me of my dad's retirement 10 years ago. My mom was very happy. I asked, why are you so happy? She was like, no, from tomorrow your dad will cook every day. You know? She was very happy. She was, but hope that's not the case with you, sir. Anyway, my name is Rajshekhar. Like she already mentioned, we are all engineers. I'm an IIT dropout. I mean, that's what I say these days because no one knows whether that's true or not. And very early in my life, I dropped the idea of getting into IIT. That's why IIT dropout. Anyway, I mean, this is my passion. You know, a lot of people ask me, why you do comedy? Is it passion or you want for money or something? I said passion. From that day, everyone is calling me for free shows. No one's paying. This, I think, is paid. I hope so. And I'm from Hyderabad. How many of you are from Hyderabad? Anyone from Hyderabad? No? Most of you are from Hyderabad? Awesome. I think I should not say from Andhra Pradesh because if I say from Andhra Pradesh, they'll kill me. So I should say probably from Telangana. And for all of you who are from Hyderabad, that movement is going on very well, sir. I mean, few days back they tried to kill me for the sake of Telangana. So now it's okay. I think the movement is okay. I did some show in IIIT Hyderabad and I cracked a joke about Telangana. Entire students started shouting Jai Telangana. And then they asked me to get out of the stage. I walked out of the stage and had pizza and went home. Because we can't do anything, no. And I think these days, if you see in Telangana, the situation is very bad. It's like every second day is a holiday. Telangana Bandh. I think these days we are having more Telangana Bandh. You know, every day is a holiday. And the petrol bunk guys, they play very, it's like, a lot of queues will be there in the petrol bunk and they'll suddenly say, sir, surprise, tomorrow is the Telangana Bandh. So it's a very surprise. And students, they stop doing homework. If teacher asks, why are you not doing homework? They're shouting, Jai Telangana. No, you don't have to do homework. It's okay, fine. And you know how difficult it is, for people like me. Last month, my girlfriend ditched me. So, no, that's not a joke, but my girlfriend ditched me. And I thought of committing suicide. And one of my friends said, please don't commit suicide. I said, why? Because if you commit suicide, people will think that you have sacrificed your life for Telangana. I think no matter what people think, but one person will never believe that I have sacrificed my life for Telangana. My dad. And if someone goes to me and says, sir, your son has sacrificed his life for Telangana, how do you feel? My dad would be like, my son. He sacrificed his life for Telangana. As a kid, he couldn't recognize Andhra Pradesh on India map. That guy sacrificed his life for Telangana. Make sure he's dead or other, I'll kill him. Now, my dad is a very practical person. My dad, and to tell about my dad, in every family there will be one person who is little different, maximum two. But what if the entire family is different? I belong to that family. My dad always wanted to be a Telugu movie hero, but never became. Okay, so he always adds, the drama, emotion in the daily life of a family. Every day. Suppose if he wants some water, he will not say, can you bring some water? He will say, darling, can you get some water? That much emotion should be there. And my mom is like rhyming. In every sentence, there should be some rhyming. Otherwise, she will not say anything. For example, if she wants some water, she will say, hey, what's the matter? You are my daughter, get some water. Like that. This is the situation. And believe me, for these two people, I am born. Imagine the kind of life I had. In the school days, if someone asked me, what is your dad's name? I would go, washing powder, Nirma, my dad's name is Sharma. And my dad always feels bad about it because his name is Murthy. And even this overacting also never left me, okay? You know, even when I started working for corporate, if I want some leave, I would go to my boss and say, boss, I want some leave. Why, Raj, what happened? Life is a flowing river. I got a disease related to liver. Disease related to liver, what happened? Which disease? I got a disease called Shawshank Redemption. That's a movie, right? Oh, you know, is it? No, river, nothing. Normal fever. You know, this is the kind of life I had. And then one day, my mom and dad got worried. What would I become growing up? So one day I heard my dad talking to my mom. He was saying, darling, our son is like a Pomeranian dog. Eats a lot, but does nothing. You know, I decided, at least for my dad's sake, I need to find an answer to this question, what I'll become when I grow up. So I closed my eyes, tried to visualize my future. What will I become in the future? Only one thought came to my mind. What's wrong with Pomeranian dog? So cute, no? Believe me, from ever since, finally I became a stand-up comedian. And a lot of people tell that, no, follow your passion, life will be very good and all. I'm telling you, not good. I remember my first show as a stand-up comedian, I wrote a series of jokes. I was expecting nothing less than an applause for every joke. I went there, I cracked the joke and I paused, so that audience will laugh. Audience also paused. No one laughed. And some people, they sit in the first row and they look at me like this. As if they are suffering from some constipation or something. Meanwhile, my granddad is losing hope. For my granddad, a comedian is someone who comes on TV. One day he was watching some Animal Planet. They were telecasting some program about African pigs. He calls me. Come. Monkeys, donkeys, and even pigs are on TV. When will you be on TV? From that day I stopped watching TV. Even FTV. You know, and meanwhile things are getting desperate, you know. See, I'm 22, 6 years back. You know, age coming and going, hair falling. Okay, I'm telling you, see, I try to cover up the hair, you know, whenever I comb, I'll try to pull some so that I should cover my baldness and all. You know, and then Dr. Batra, I don't know who gave him, it's my email ID, he keeps sending mails. Are you losing your hair? I am. And then he sends, you know, only 250 rupees consultancy. I went there. Now I have hair. More on my hands. I think the amount of hair I have on the rest of the body is greater than the hair I have on my head. Every day it's going. And people, they don't understand what is stand-up comedy. I belong to Andhra Pradesh rural area. There my relatives don't know what stand-up comedy is. They think I'm some street drama artist or something. And then how it is going, people are giving chiller like that. No, I mean, it's painful, you know. One day, my dad and me went to see a girl, for me. I mean, by that time, my dad is already married, so we had to see for me. So we went there, okay, and then everything was going on well until that question popped up. You know, I told them that I'm a BTech, MBA gold medalist and all. Gold medal I added now, but still, okay. I told BTech, MBA and all. The expectations were raising, and the father's, girl's father asked me a question. So, son, what do you do? Uncle, I'm a stand-up comedian. The moment I said this, the girl stood up. Afterwards, girl's dad stood up. It's a stand-up comedian. Stand up and get out. That's it, man. No one knows what is stand-up comedy. Actually, these days, I'm doubting myself. Whether I'll get married or not. Because every time some relatives look at me and say, why are you not getting married? Some problem? Huh? See, I don't have them doubting me. But the problem is, the moment they ask that question, why are they asking, how would I know if I have some problem? See, I mean, if you use the remote and if it is not working, you know that remote is not working. How would I know? Even if I have some problem, how would I know? Huh? And if it creates a self-doubt in me, the kind of self-doubt it creates, I start wondering sometimes, I really have some problem, man. You know, and I go to this shopping mall, especially, you know, before we enter a shopping mall, the security guard frisks us. Okay, frisks everything. Okay, I don't have any problem him frisking me. But my problem is, what if I start enjoying it. So what if I start enjoying it? But no, whenever I go there, I tell myself, don't enjoy, don't enjoy, don't enjoy, don't enjoy. It's very tough, really tough. And being a bachelor, I think that's the very toughest, thing for anyone. You are all married, so you don't know. I think someone got engaged. No, I think Vishwanath said. Okay, now I think you are getting out of the desperation, but it's a very desperate phase in a man's life, being a bachelor. You switch on the TV and the kind of advertisement they show, Axe advertisement, you saw that? Axe deodorant. They show one guy applies Axe deodorant and 1,000 girls follow. I tried that. Just wanted to check, why to miss a chance? So I applied everywhere. I walked into my office and said, come on girls, attack me. Nothing happened. I only went to the receptionist and said, aren't you feeling some kind of a fragrance around me? She said, not exactly fragrance, but kind of a smell. Some dead rat smell. That day I realized, if you apply Axe deodorant without taking bath, that's how it sounds. Forget about Axe deodorant.